Okay, so what is distance traveled and what is displacement? So here, if you consider point A to point B, okay, so 2 points are there, correct? Point A to point B. Let's consider one more point C. Okay, so we have point A, B, C. Now point A to point B, let's say this distance is about 200 kilometers. Okay, and point B to point C, call it as 160. Okay, now A to C if you have to go, then how much of kilometers do you have to travel? It is 360, right? I can go from A to B, B to C, or I can go directly from A to C, correct? Now here, the distance traveled, we are just adding, right? A to B, B to C. Now suppose, I'll tell you, from C, go back to B. Okay, then what do? See, 200 plus 160 plus one more 160, correct? So here basically, we are adding whatever distance you are traveling, right? Obviously, suppose you are in a car, I'll say go from A to B, then B to C, then come back to B again. Then obviously you will be traveling a lot, right? So it's 200 plus 160 plus 160. Now, this distance traveled or the path length, what we call, this is a scalar quantity because direction doesn't come into picture, right? We are just traveling, so it's a scalar quantity. Okay, scalar quantity, only magnitude comes into picture. Okay, now what is displacement? Displacement is basically very easy to remember as the shortest distance between any 2 points. See, we can have only one shortest distance, correct? See, apart from the straight path between 2 points, any other path you take, it will be more, right? Right? For example, see, in this case, if you're looking at the example here, from A to B, only one straight path we can have, right? All other paths if you take, it will be greater than the straight path, right? So the shortest distance between any 2 points, that is what we call as displacement. Okay? Very simple. So the shortest, that's the displacement. Now, any other line if we say, that is distance traveled. Okay? Now, a quick question for you. Now, any displacement if I take, is it the distance traveled between 2 points? Is it true or not? Okay, this is the first question. And next is, suppose I have a circular track. Okay, I start from point A, see I reach back the same point. What is the distance traveled and what is the displacement? So, next video you will get to know the answers.